Simon, what do you see as the main challenges facing the subsea sector in the next couple of years?
Probably the development of marine assets and making sure that you've got the right vessel for the right work. Currently DeepOcean are modifying the Havila Phoenix. We've elongated the vessel and we're now installing what is going to be the largest and heaviest duty trenching spread in the world. We're going to put the T3200 on, which is the most powerful trencher in the world, the T1000, and we're going to support her with 2 Schilling UHD work-class ROVs and also a 250-ton crane and A-frame. So, I mean, we've got a huge amount of investment in developing vessels that are got a specific niche in the market, but are also looking for that differentiation, and I'm always talking about it, but with a certain level of generality, so that if I couldn't get work for the Phoenix in these very niche market roles, all I do is take off the trenchers. We also have a 3,000-ton carousel, and we go flat deck with a 250-ton crane, 2 work-class ROVs, and we're great for deep water construction. So it's finding the niche area, using the requirement to have some differentiation, but having a fleet that's flexible enough to do other works.
Thanks. And as exploration production moves into deeper and deeper water, what are the main technology and innovation requirements that are needed to move the industry continually forward?
Well, as we've discussed in this forum at OSJ, it's a requirement to have winches that can work deeper, to develop steel wires so that you're not constrained by water depth and weight. Probably looking at also developing fiber wires or fiber ropes and not have the issues with heating and melting, and also looking at how we work in deeper water. I think we should think outside the box and make smaller structures and make them modulated and make them out of other materials. Why can't we look at venturing into the composites market? Why does stuff always have to be made of steel?
And will the subsea sector operators manage to find the skilled staff and the training needs to be able to operate all these systems?
Oh, well, now you've actually touched a nerve. This is my bugbear. To paraphrase Stephen Covey, we're very agricultural. We always believe in our shiny assets and our shiny vessels. But if we don't invest in people and we don't invest in resourcing and training them and making sure they've got the right level of expertise and competency going forwards, it doesn't matter what our fleet looks like in 10 or 15 years' time, because there'll be no one to crew them. So I'm a firm believer in bringing people with you. If you can't train the workforce as you go along and increase your workforce, I'm very proud of the fact that DeepOcean actually has a retention capability, which is quite fantastic at the moment. Our retention is between 3 and 6%, so very small turnover amongst our staff personnel. Very dedicated workforce, which we are expanding.
And what's the main message you've got from attending the conference so far?
That we all need to communicate more. We should set up joint industry council across the industry and try and develop technologies, develop resourcing together. I don't see why we can't set up academies worldwide to help support the offshore oil and gas industry. But we all need to communicate. It's very, very apparent that we all function in our own niches and our own little silos, and if we talk more, technology would cross borders. Resourcing would be less of an issue because we wouldn't be obviously paying £50 more for a guy to get from somebody else. We'd actually share our resourcing because we'd have trained people available to all of us.
And how does attending a conference like this enable you to talk more with both your competitors and other companies that you're collaborating with to move things forward?
Well, we're all so busy in our day-to-day stuff that sometimes we don't see what the market is doing and we don't see what our competitors are doing. So attending a forum like this allows us to meet, to talk, to share ideas. I see new technologies, I see new ideas. I just sat through 2 or 3 hours of financing. A lot of stuff was new to me, it was very interesting. So it allows you to broaden your horizons and obviously do some networking and make some contacts.